Have you been on edge lately or feeling like you're on edge? Meaning, like, have you been feeling more irritable than usual? More sensitive, maybe? More overwhelmed at like the smallest little things? Maybe like your chest feels tight, your mind won't slow down, it's running, 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 running. Maybe you're tired, but you can't rest. You're just tossing and turning and tossing and turning. If that's you, I want you to know something right away. You're not broken. You're just going through some things. Okay? You may just be emotionally overloaded. And today, I'm going to give you some practical tools and we're going to practice them together. I know you're probably like, if you've watched my other videos, you probably like, okay, she's talked about all these different things, but you haven't given me any tools. Let me stop to introduce myself to those who may be watching for the first time. Welcome. I'm Melinda, and this is where faith, healing, and wellness all come together. I'm a life coach, I'm a nurse, and I'm a mentor. And so I kind of try to wrap it all up into one to bring you different topics to help you within your faith, healing, and wellness. So far, we've talked about grief, we've talked about relationships, we've talked about wholeness and healing. But if we're going to talk about emotional, things that's going on with us, emotional maturity, how do we handle different situations, we also have to talk about regulation. And you've heard me say that a couple of times in my videos if you watch them. Like, I'm like, I need to be in my baseline, I need to be regulated. So we're going to talk about, some tools to help us to stay regulated, like chilled at a chilled level when we feel like we're getting fired up a little bit. Because you can't respond with peace if your nervous system is in survival mode all the time. Okay? Now, let me tell you what some signs and symptoms are that you may be in survival mode. Okay? Irritability, just irritated for whatever reason. The littlest thing snaps you off. Snapping over small things, trouble concentrating, like your brain could be like in a fog. Like, for example, like if you were supposed to go to the store and let's say you made a recipe that you wanted to make something that you make all the time, but now all of a sudden it's like I can't even, I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. Or you're writing something down and normally boom it comes to you, but now you can't even think of what you're supposed to do. You're in a fog, your brain's in a fog. Or other physical symptoms could be like your shoulders could be just like tight, and then your jaws, that's a big one. Like some people have, like when they get mad, it's like, oh, I'm so mad, and you're mad all the time, and so you have this tension right here in your face and in your jaw. And then like sometimes if you wake up out of your sleep the next day, or if you woke up in the middle of the night because you can't sleep, you feel that like you've been like burning because you're so mad. So these are things that show you that your body is responding, like you're tense up because you're in emotional overload. Shallow breathing, not like breathing, like getting your breaths in and regulating your breaths. Racing thoughts can be a sign. If you play something over and over and rewind it like a recorder over and over and over, like you just keep rewinding the same thing in your mind over and over and over. Overthinking conversations, like you and somebody could have a normal conversation and they say one little thing, next thing you know you're snapping off saying, well, they shouldn't have. You didn't took it to a whole new level. All I was trying to say was this. You didn't have to go all the way there. I just asked you this. You just took it a whole nother direction when it was like something little and you made it into something big. Um, or like feeling emotionally numb. What that means is like, whatever, I don't have it. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, do you want to go here? I don't care. I don't care what you do. You could do whatever. Y'all can go here. I'm staying home. I don't want to be bothered. I don't care. And they try and talk to you about something happened. Oh well. Oh well. Stuff like that. Sudden wave of tears, that could mean like just out the blue. You could just start boohooing, crying, just have just tears just melting down for no reason. You can't explain it. You just know there's something's wrong with me, like something like that. Like you can't understand it, but you know something is wrong. So all these could be signs that you're emotionally overloaded. Um, Again, it doesn't mean though that you lack faith or anything. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, I don't have faith, or oh, I'm broken. No, you're human, and your body, your emotional, like your body is speaking to you, trying to tell you, hey, I'm not normal right now as far as like my emotions, not you as a person, but it's like you're not regulated to where you normally are, or you're not at your baseline where you're just chilled or happy, or whatever the case may be. It means their body has been under pressure, like a lot of pressure. And when stress stacks with, like, if you already have stress and then you stack that with grief, work, family problems, relationships, then your nervous system stays in like what we call fight or flight. Like it's always ready to just do what it needs to do to protect itself. And then when your nervous system feels unsafe, then obviously you can't have peace because it's going and going, like you're just constantly at a battle. Like it's ready. Okay. It's ready for fight or flight. Like I'm ready to just be on guard and handle whatever I need to handle. And so when your nervous system feels unsafe, again, peace is not possible. It feels impossible. It's not that it's not possible, but it feels like it's impossible. But it is possible. I want to clarify that. So we just have to help your body feel safe again. And so I'm going to give you some quick tools to help regulate your breathing, and we can practice them together, because some of this stuff I use, like if I get like feel myself getting worked up, or if I'm on a schedule and I feel like, oh my god, I'm going to miss this, or oh, I just calm myself down, or getting work, I'm not going to get worked up. I feel it, rising. So let's practice together. Tool number one is going to be our regulated breathing. These are things like if you're on a job, or you need to go talk to somebody, or have a conversation, and it's a difficult person, and it's going to get you worked up, or they're argumentative, and they have they love debates and arguing, but instead of solving problems, and it's going to be something tumultuous. Hey, this just get yourself ready before you go in. So tool number one is a regulated breathing practice, and we're going to do it together. So what you do is you place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And so we're going to breathe in slowly through our nose for 4 seconds, and then we're going to hold it, and then we're going to breathe out slowly for 6 seconds. So like, and you could just feel it like relaxing so you breathe in your nose for 4, and you breathe out for 6. The goal is to breathe out longer than you do in, and it just releases like you take it. And then you could count you could go 2, 3, 4, then you 2, 3. I can't do it in talk, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you just hold it and breathe it out. Okay. So we practiced that, and that actually does help. I had to use that for something the other day. I was getting worked up about something, where I was like, because again, I like stuff in order, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have this in time or something, and I had to use that, and it actually, I could just feel it just relaxing me. And then another tool is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding method, and what that does is that this helps you keep your thoughts from spiraling. I tried this too. Like I try this stuff because I want it before I'm telling you, hey, try this. I want to see if it works like that good. So I did this, and it actually it sends your mind somewhere other than what you're thinking right then, if you actually are in tune with it. So this is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. Okay. So what you do is the five, you name five things that you can see around you, and you actually need to look around, and see it. Then four is four things you can physically feel. And then three things you can smell. And then name one thing, three is things you can hear, two is things you can smell, and one is what you can taste. So I'll just do it real quick for you. Five things I see around me. I have a TV right here. I have this one running water because it's very serene for me. So it's in a stream and it's like with rocks and stuff like that. I see my phone here. So that's three. There's a bed over here and my mic is right here. So that's five things that I can see right now, like right in front of me. Okay. Four things that I can feel. I can feel my desk right here, this pillow that's over here. I can feel the bench, and my watch that's on my arm. So that's four things that I can physically feel. Three things that I can hear. I can hear that running water. I hear the neighbor's dog out there barking, and I can hear the rocks, like the water like hitting the rocks. So I can hear that. That's three things that I can hear. Two things that I can smell. I can smell my I had made this frozen coffee a while ago, a little bit ago, and it has like caramel pecan in it, so I can smell that, and then I can smell the soup that I made. So those are things that I can smell, the two things I can smell. And then one thing that I can taste is that coffee that I had made, like the pecan. I can still taste that a little bit. So what that does is, so see, by doing that, you focused on what I was saying in those five, four, three, two, one things, and so it kind of made you focus on, okay, what is she talking about? She smelled this, she see this, and so you would do the same thing. You would name five things that you see around you, four things that you can physically feel, three things that you can hear, two things that you can smell, and one thing that you can taste. And then when you do that, whatever you were right then, if you're worked up, it kind of helps you because you're focusing now on this. That's why it's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. And so it brings your mind out of the future. Like if you're spiraling about the future, it brings your mind out of that and back to right now in the present. And so the anxiety lives in the what if. Well, what if this and what if that? And oh my God, what's going to happen if this? And so peace lives in the right now. So that's what we're trying to constantly get us to, is making sure we have peace. Okay. So Philippians, I always give a scripture. Philippians 4, 6, and 7 says, "Do not be anxious for anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and your minds." And so notice it doesn't say anxiety won't exist. It says peace can guard you. Bringing anxiety to God is not a weakness, it's a regulation. Okay? So God didn't design your body to stay in just like fight or flight survival mode like that, just to be all the time. He designed you for peace. So you could pray, you could breathe, you could ground yourself, you could ask for help, and that's strength. Having the strength to do that. Okay. So in closing, if you've been feeling on edge, overwhelmed, emotionally overloaded, um, pause. Don't judge yourself. Just understand you've had a lot going on and you're overloaded right now. And peace isn't the absence of pressure. Okay. It's not the absence of pressure, it's the regulation of your response. So you stuff is going to happen all around you. It's just being able to regulate yourself and bring yourself back to your calm. Okay. So remember, we're allowed to slow down, get our rest, and all that. So that concludes what I wanted to tell you today on this message. So if this message spoke to you, like, share, and subscribe for faith-based encouragement, healing, and peace. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness.